but please gather around out front here in the sunshine and we'll get underway. So take a look around. What a gorgeous day here in our part of supernatural British Columbia. We've got mountains, waterfalls, lakes, the mighty Fraser River. How could things get any better? And we're here to celebrate a very special event. We've had some really big improvements and upgrades here in the Cheam Lake Regional Park, and we opened a new little trail across the lake over that hillside. It's called the Popham Community Trail. So we're really excited about it all. We've got some very important partners here today that we'd like to thank. The very top of the list is the Timothy Christian School. Both the staff and the students have put endless hours into this project, and we like to think that the young people learned something about the natural world and brought some real big improvements to the park at the same time. We also have a very special friend of ours here who represents the Eastern Fraser Valley in Victoria. He's our direct line over there, and boy, does he get things done for us. You know, if you go and see Laurie Thronis, that he's going to work super hard to make sure that we get all the benefits we can. So I'll ask Laurie just to say a few words.
Okay, well, it's great to be here on behalf of the province. We have a program called the Community Recreation Program, and it's done about 100 projects around the province, and this is one of them. We put about $115,000 into it, but we had other partners. We had the Fraser Valley Regional District, and thank you to the staff who are here and who put together this great event. And they put in about $50,000, and we had CN as well that put in about $25,000. So we have some really important funding partners, but as Bill said, we have to thank our volunteers who've blazed trail. It's about 1 kilometer of new trail and some other trails that have been upgraded. So this place is getting better little by little. I don't know if you know it, but until 1988, this place was a mine. They mined marl here, which is an agricultural fertilizer, but they stopped that in 1988, and this is just a great example of what you can do to remediate an old industrial site when people get together and work together. And so we have to thank the regional district, and behind me is Patricia Ross, who will speak to that, and also Timothy Christian. We thank the Scouts for being here. The Scouts are going to plant some trees. I think we're going to do some pond dipping. I'm not sure what that is, and I'm a bit scared about that, but we're going to do a few things here just to celebrate the opening of this new trail. So thank you for coming today. Whether you're coming here, you know, to walk the trail or just have a donut, we hope you'll do that too. So thanks for coming today.
Thank you, Laurie. And one thing you know, if you're in government and you go to see Laurie, that he's going to do everything he can to make sure that this area of the Fraser Valley is very well represented. There's lots of follow-up, and he's been a terrific MLA for us. I'd also like to introduce Patricia Ross. Patricia is a councillor of the City of Abbotsford and a tireless advocate for the Fraser Valley Regional District system. She's our vice chair at the regional board, and she's just been a wonderful addition to the regional system. Patricia?
Thank you. This side of the way. That's all right. Whoa, sorry. So good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here for this event. Mayor, our chair, Sharon Gates, sends her apologies that she couldn't be here, but she's out of town. But I am really happy to be able to take her place, especially at events like this. I just wanted to point out that another one of our colleagues is here as well. Director Jim Heintz is from the District of Mission. So I think that's all of us here. So, and to our MLA Laurie Thronis, I know that Bill has thanked him many, many times, but I also want to add my thanks for everything that you've done to get this park off the ground and the improvements that you've made. We really do appreciate it. But not just us. I know that the many visitors to this park are going to appreciate what you've done here for us as well. So we do appreciate your work. The Fraser Valley is one of the most biodiversity-rich areas in the whole country of Canada. I don't know if you know that, but of all the biodiversity species in all of Canada, about 70% of those species are right here in BC. And the Fraser Valley is very well known to be very rich. So you connect the dots, this whole region is one of the richest places in the country. So with that, of course, comes great responsibility to protect it, to enhance it for future generations. So as some of you already know, the Cheam Wetlands is home to 180 different species of birds and mammals. And here you can see everything from black bears and coyotes to dragonflies and rare species of frogs. And that's the other thing. We have a lot of rare and endangered species. They're very sensitive to changes in their habitat. So it's very important that we protect them. And ensuring the biodiversity of this region is a huge priority for the Fraser Valley Regional District, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of us for that, for being good stewards of the planet. But I think it's important that we keep saying it and reinforcing it and doing that on a constant basis. This past winter, the Cheam Wetlands experienced a serious ice storm, and unfortunately we lost between 20 and 30% of our tree canopy. So we have to try to get that back, and it took many, many hours to clean up after that storm. So thank you to all those who helped in that cleanup. And we have to continue in our efforts to repair and restore these affected areas. There are many groups that have been involved and has already been pointed out. But I just wanted to say again, thanks for the first Fairfield Scouts from Chilliwack. Yay for being here. Coming out and for putting some of the finishing touches on the trail. And I hear that you're planting about 60 trees today. That's a lot of trees. So thank you, and a lot of hard work. And of course, last but not least, I have to give a huge thanks to our amazing staff at the Fraser Valley Regional District. I am so proud of you every day for the work that you do, and in parks especially, you work so hard. I mean, it's a beautiful day today, but you have to work in some pretty difficult weather situations a lot of times. So thank you very much for what you've done, and thank you again, everyone, for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful time exploring the trails. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. And the regional district is an interesting place because the electoral areas, the outlying areas from the municipalities, possess so many of the natural outdoor recreational opportunities. But it's the big cities, the municipalities, that have the deep pockets that fund the improvements on the access and the parking and improvements like this. So communities like Abbotsford, Chilliwack, and Mission are really important to our system. I also, as Pat has done, would like to thank our staff. These people are amazing. They did the heavy lifting on this project. They were there at the grant application stage, the planning, the heavy lifting, and making sure the projects were completed properly. So people like Gord Gadsden, Reese is here, Megan I think couldn't make it, Jillian, and last but not least, our manager of parks. She's done some amazing things here. So, and Tina's our organizer. She'll move mountains to make sure things are done right. So, thank you all so much. I think it was less than a year ago, my ratepayers president came to me and said, Shan Lake's really nice, but some of the trails are muddy. Could we get some gravel surfacing on it? And I thought, boy, that's going to be expensive. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'll ask. It's less than a year now. And look at, we have 140 truckloads of gravel and mulch material put on our trails. So just amazing improvements. The bridge improvements, we've got new kiosks, signage, the trail on the other side of the lake. So it's just been great. And thankfully that is bringing an end to my speech for everyone involved. But I do wish everyone please stick around. We've got a plaque unveiling, a ceremonial tree planting. We've got birdhouse building, pond dipping, and we've got Tim Hortons Donuts here somewhere. How could life get any better? So thank you all so much for coming out, and please enjoy your visit.